We're live. What's up, everybody?
Let's go. What's going on, boys?
What up, Nick?
What's good?
Mikey, how you doing, dude?
Hey, doing good.
Yeah, dude, we had a pretty good first podcast, so now we're gonna start off with the second one today. I am
EP2.
Yeah, I'm Hungarian Rob. This is Hungarian Nick and Mike with me today. The first topic we're gonna talk about today, I believe, is AI. I wanted to check out Elon Musk's new Optimus robot. I think it's kind of interesting. It's kind of scary.
You seen the memes that are out right now are pretty funny too.
Yeah, it's
The memes are ridiculous.
So here's the first little clip here.
It'll basically do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids. It can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks.
Everyone's so scared. They're like, "Oh my god!"
Whatever
I
you can think
robot.
of,
Yeah,
it will do. And yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I've seen this movie
I think this will
before.
be the biggest product ever of any kind. It'll basically do anything you want.
So the question we all are wondering: can you fuck it? It's just me.
In all seriousness, I want to know if it's bound by like iRobot's 3 laws. Let me show you guys the 3 laws.
Yeah, dude. There's so many like
What are the
animated shows about like
Not laws of
robots
animation.
that are AI, and then they switch and go evil. You know what I mean?
All right,
Yeah,
there we go.
like
There's something in
literally
there-
every robotic
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. The robot just sees some horrific human act and
No,
can't
not
compute
this.
the sin.
All right.
And then it.
So it's super hard to see, but I'll just read it off here. So the 3 laws are essentially this: a robot may
Oh,
not.
look at that, dude! A little bit of light. I don't look red anymore.
Look
Perfect.
at you.
Ooh, nice.
Beautiful.
There.
Just open this door a little bit.
So
Yeah,
the
get
3
a green
laws.
screen in there.
The 3 laws are essentially this: a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey the orders given it by humans except where such orders would conflict with the first law. So it's got to obey you, but it can't conflict with the first law. A robot must protect its own existence as long as protection does not conflict with the first or second law. So basically, the robot's got to protect itself and keep itself alive, but it can't, allow injury to come to humans or anything like that. So I
It kind
think,
of just has to stand there and get beaten by a human. It's
yeah. So the first thing
Please stop. Please stop.
I think the first thing,
Please stop.
if I ever stood in front of Elon, I would ask him like,
Well,
hey,
they can subdue you though. They'll like hold you down and like.
Yeah, 'cause it says-
like,
yeah.
and you're like,
It says that it prevent watching people get hurt or something, right?
yeah, like I'm not killing him. I'm just holding him down. He's gone insane. Like he's trying to murder me.
It's like
I have it on full 360 camera. With like my whole body's a solar panel. What do
It's
you?
just got you strung
Dude.
up. It's got you strung up like a pig. Stop resisting.
The
Yeah.
the memes are so funny because you know how like it takes like the face from like the iRobot movie where it's
Yeah.
like, and it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the face my
like-
Tesla robot makes when I tell it to switch seats with me when I've been
Yeah.
drinking and driving when I get pulled over. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, shit.
me telling my Tesla robot to rob a bank. It was like some dude in a car. Like he's like, you better go rob that bank right now. I'm
Yeah,
gonna-"
go get my money,
Yeah,
and then if you
yeah.
get caught, you better self-destruct.
Yeah, and he was like,
You might have to do some jail.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the face.
I just watched that
It's
this
like,
morning.
All right, well let's roll into this video. It's essentially
It's just a robot
Let's get
with
serious.
arms and legs instead of a
it's essentially Elon unveiling the robots.
robot with wheels.
Yeah, it's like 8 or 9 in an assembly line walking out of like a hallway.
Yeah,
I wish-
he put all his bread and butter in this little show. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take way longer than the Cybertruck, dog. We don't even got GTA 6. Don't start thinking you're gonna be like getting to have sex with a robot. That's crazy. That's insane. You shouldn't even be having sex till marriage.
Like, is there a
That's
robot?
another
Are
day.
they gonna put a robot mouth in it too, or is it like someone should have
Just
overlaid?
pre-built like O face.
Someone should have like overlaid like rifles or something as they're walking out.
Yeah, they're
And
just like,
we've made a lot of
big
progress
guns, dude. That'd be crazy.
with
Yeah.
Optimus.
They walk kind of
And
awkward.
as you can see, we started
I
it
think
with
he probably
someone.
did a collab with those.
Did you say they
robots.
walk? Did you say they walk kind of awkward?
Yeah, it looks like they're
They're like-
pitching a fart.
Yeah,
I mean,
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
think a little bit. They're like,
I mean, he built a robot that can fucking walk. Like
That's crazy.
that's like it's
they
fucking walking. like a human.
specifically built this like on their own, or they didn't collab
Yeah,
with
like his
anybody.
company. I don't know. It's
So-
Elon Musk company, dude.
So you know how he has that company Neuralink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that? Is that gonna mesh with it? Like,
Where
is
did
it,
he come from? Did you look up his dude? That's what everyone always asks.
It's like South
"Hey, look up."
Africa.
They're like, you should look where he's. Yeah, South Africa. They're like,
Yeah.
where
I
did
want
he
to see the
really
birth
come from?
certificate. He's like,
Yeah.
no, no birth certificate. I'm actually the robot.
I am AI.
Yeah. Well, like,
But
how's
dude.
how's Neuralink gonna like interact with this? Like, can I just sit there and give commands to my robot without even talking? It's just like
Maybe.
mm,
I actually just for my
wash all my
final-
windows today and then do the gardening.
Well,
He's
what-
like, aye.
Well, what makes me
my
mad?
capstone.
What makes me mad
Sorry,
about
go
this entire demonstration? You don't sell a $30,000 robot and have them just walk out, right? If you're trying to legitimately sell a $30,000 robot, what you do is you have an entire room, like a Connex box, just filled with fucking laundry, and you go,
Yeah.
all right, robots, go to that Connex box, get all the laundry. I want it washed and folded, and they're just.
That's your video. That's
And,
your
that,
video.
and that's the video. It's just a big time
That's
lapse of the
production
robot.
video.
It's a big time lapse of the robots just going out and just folding
Yeah.
laundry. Like, because if I never had to fold laundry ever
Uh-huh.
again for $30,000, like that'd be worth it. I would
Also, they should guarantee like you getting the upgrade. You're like, if you invest now in the first model, you'll also get every upgrade for free as we go
Yeah.
through. That'd be like insane. But that's another.
Yeah, I think
Or-
Mikey just literally started talking about what I was thinking about is like they're just like pre-launching this probably just to get people hyped for like funding, like to invest.
Yeah.
Because and I think they're doing very like just walking out is like
Yeah,
they're not going
don't
to have it
invest
do
or they're
anything
gonna kill our grandma.
because well, but like they have them just walking instead of doing tasks because like if you remember like the launch of the Cybertruck,
Yeah.
they're like, this thing's got bulletproof windows. Check this out. Hits the window with the sledgehammer, and then it just breaks. And he's like, maybe I didn't put it on this one.
It's
ah.
like,
I
yeah,
was
these-
just talking
these-
about that.
It's
How
like,
crazy is that? They're like, what if your car just locks you in though, and you're like, I can't get out. It's bulletproof everywhere. You're like,
It's made of
you're like
steel.
stuck. It's like pulling you into the police station,
It's like,
and it's like, yeah. You're like, what? What did I do?
it's like these robots are completely safe. They won't murder anybody. Robot
Yeah.
grabs the first cop's gun and just starts going out.
The first
The
one,
first
like out the
one,
gate, they're like,
like,
whoa,
out the gate.
Whoa, we can't show
It-
that. We can't
it
get.
doesn't even,
whoa,
like-
This is way crazier than we
just-
thought. Yeah.
It's just like immediately hacked. It just like his face just goes straight red overlay.
Yeah.
Has the hammer and sickle just like
Chinese
just starts
flag comes
going.
up.
The Russian like Soviet
Yeah.
Soviet Union.
It's like
It's like
it's like
Привет,
Billiards.
now.
Oh my gosh! It's like
Just goes on a-
billiards.
Just goes on a killing spree.
Yeah, it's
Like
funny.
Jesus.
Yeah, that test subject 4,212 negative. They're
All
like
right.
just like a big bin, dude.
Let's let's watch the rest of the video.
in a robot suit, sort of down. And then we've progressed dramatically year after year.
Does anyone just like get angry when he starts talking? Like he's a super smart
Sounds
guy.
like he's chewing gum.
He's just like
No.
the robots are they're here and it's like, hey man, you're almost a fucking trillionaire. Just hire a public speaker to like
Nah,
when
man,
my
he's
kid
human.
like when my kid was
He's
struggling
like,
with
I'm
like
robbing it from the
talking,
cuff.
he just
Yeah.
like, you know what?
I
don't
think
care.
I think he's just really
Yeah.
articulate about how he tries to say words, so that's why there's like extended pauses. Like,
Oh,
he's
okay.
a super intelligent dude.
No, yeah.
So I think he's like pre-thinking about the next sentence about what he's gonna say as he's speaking. Like
Yeah, his mind is
You
just
know
Yeah,
moving
while
faster
he's
than
worried about the rocket over there. You know what I
just
mean?
I never hear him say too. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people go,
no, he does. He goes,
I haven't heard it.
I've heard him say it plenty of times. I think what it is like exactly what, to your point, is what his brain is just moving a million miles an hour, and he's like, I gotta figure out how to upgrade.
How do I dumb this down so these idiots can understand
It's
me?
like, how do I upgrade my mouth so I can talk faster?
No, he does a great job, bro. I think he's dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he's kind of latched onto a lot of things that were maybe already going on. I think there might be some things going on that we don't even know about, and we're not ever gonna know about. But whatever.
Yeah.
He is the richest man on earth.
He's got like 8
Right?
kids.
Is he?
I think he is the richest man
Yeah.
right now.
And I think he has like 8
Yeah.
kids, right? Actually, that's
Yeah, but he has, that kids all have like weird names. Like they're named like after like model parts.
Who is the richest?
They're like his name is
person
X-Ray.
in the
Like it's
world?
got
Yeah, look this up.
Elon Musk, top
Yeah.
hit.
damn.
Yeah, so everyone's like, where did this guy come from out of the blue? You know what I mean?
Ooh,
But
actually,
if
hold
you
up,
really
hold up,
think
hold
about
up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
well, it is
if it
Bezos.
if it has to do with like families, as a solo person, yes, but I don't know who the fuck is Bernard Arnault and family. So,
Sounds rich.
yeah. Well, as an individual, yeah, he's worth 100.
And this is all like documented money. You know
174
who's like the
billion.
richest people in the world? Like the
blood
Saudis. Who's got the
money.
oil money, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, the blood money, dude.
The guys in the East that are like in their freaking beautiful like
I
robes and shit
I
that
should've-
are living in
I think
Dubai.
money's where everything started at.
I should have just
like,
looked up who's the top,
crazy.
like the top legal richest person in the world.
Yeah, like who's like that, and that like that's all documented money. Like those guys have trillions of dollars.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they're not. Elon Musk is not even the second richest dude on this planet.
Yeah.
So
You know what I'm
if you
saying? Like-
extrapolate this, you're really going to have something spectacular, something that anyone could own. So you could have your own personal R2D2 C3PO.
Hell yeah.
And
Dude, they
I
left
think
enough space on
at
that robot
scale,
to install
the-
a fleshlight.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
this would
no, I was
cost
thinking about
like $20,000,
you install attachments like
less than a car.
Yeah.
like a broom, you know, or
The
can you
first
just
thing
grab
somebody-
your tools? Can you be like,
The first thing
grab me
someone's
that
gonna
crescent
do.
wrench? I need you to lift up my car so I can
Give
put
me the
back
hot
on."
glue gun. I'm gonna glue this thing right between your legs.
It's like, what? It's not illegal.
yeah. I don't need
Yeah, they're
consent
like,
for my
oh yeah,
machine.
it can only lift like 5 pounds,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
one day it lifts up your car with one hand.
Yeah.
You're like, what? I thought it could only lift 5 pounds, and it's like it goes red, same thing. Like, you know,
All right.
It's just gonna like finally give the vacuum a retirement date. Yeah, we're back.
Grandma.
Quick technical difficulties. Sorry, while you were fixing your stuff, I was looking at one of the TikTok comments that someone said on the clip I just posted of
Yeah.
Mikey's story about
Bro, that's
grandma in Russia,
Yeah.
like invading Hungary. He was like, instead of saying like my grandma, he was like my grandma. And then
Yeah.
someone commented, they put quotes, and they were like my grandma. Like he spelled it how
I was trying
it
to
sounds.
explain that I was like mentally, I was gonna just say like the nurses and the dudes, but I ended up just saying our grandma because we're in the same room, like
Yeah.
talking.
Combine my and our into more my grandma.
My grandma.
Well, speaking
It was
of
awesome.
that,
The trolls are real, dude. I love
I
it.
was trying to say our.
our grandma,
Ow.
Grandma.
I'm my grandma.
widowy. That's the most ridiculous
I love you,
thing
Grandma.
I haven't heard.
Widowy, it's my grandma.
All right, let's get back into the watching the Tesla shit.
in long term. Now, it'll take us a minute to get to the long term, but
All right, so they'll go in your house.
but fundamentally at scale, the Optimus robot, you should be able to buy an Optimus robot for I think probably $20,000 to $30,000 long term. So and what can it do? It'll basically do anything you want.
You don't want
So
to make
it
it
can,
full screen or no?
be a teacher, babysit your kids. It can walk your
Like
dog, mow
that?
your lawn,
The layout,
get
yeah.
the groceries.
Okay.
That's essentially it.
No,
though.
I don't. Yeah, it looks real cushy right now, but I don't think it does any of that right now. Like
Yeah, I think that's just for product launch.
Yeah, it literally.
it's
they're doing
idea
that.
launch. It's an
Yeah.
idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because they were saying there was a bunch of people like there's just dudes in suits like giving drinks out or something,
Well, no.
or
it
like
was-
controlling.
they were
No,
controlled
dudes
by humans,
controlling
yeah.
a robot. Yeah,
Yeah.
still cool.
Oh,
Well, wouldn't that be crazy if it was just that, like a robot, but it was just a dude
It's just
behind the
ready,
screen?
yeah.
Like, you think it's an AI? You're like, yeah.
Well-
I need another like.
Well, that's another
handy.
big security.
You know, gross.
That's another huge security concern because if an individual right now can just remote in to the Optimus robot, like he literally showed a major flaw then at his, tech demo. Like, he had people controlling the robots. Okay, so I'm going to buy this robot. And you're telling me that anybody in the world right now can just remote in and control the robot? They're like, oh, yeah, it wasn't the robot doing it. People were actually handing people out drinks. It's like, okay, so let's go,
Dude, why is my camera not focusing?
let's go crazy here. Like, maybe the robot can, or a person can just remote into the robot and murder a whole family. Blame the company.
Maybe.
So,
All right, I'm trying to fix this. It's like just being super, like it's almost fuzzy. You know what I'm saying?
it's yeah, you're too far back. You need to move up more.
Don't worry about it. It looks so
Oh, there we go. There we go. It's good. Sorry.
You had to be. It's like trying to focus because it's based off
I wasn't
distance.
But dude, crazy though. Like, I get it's product launch, they're trying to get funding and everything, but like the potential of what it could do and the price at like 20-30K, it's probably gonna take like 5, 6, 7 years before like people are getting these in their homes.
Bro, living in this kind of society is kind of dangerous too. I think like getting all your groceries delivered, getting things done for you like that. Those are things that you're supposed to take like pride in. You know what I mean? Like I know laundry might or like gardening or something might seem like minuscule, but it's also feels rewarding when you get stuff done. I don't know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I
Chores
take
suck.
pride in
I
my
agree.
in my
You know what I
garden.
mean? But it. I guess if you focus on using that time wisely, yeah, it is dope, and it might be dope for people.
Well, think
who
about
need it.
he's trying to terraform planets right now, right? Like,
Yeah.
how about
Dude? Yeah, he needs people out there that will live forever. That's why he's doing it. That's a great point. That's probably exactly where his head's at.
His head is probably thinking, I can't send people to Mars because people aren't gonna make the trip over to Mars. Like he needs to go spend 3 months on a boat, right? Go out to sea for 3 months, and don't ever get off the ship, right? Live on a boat for 3 months, and your
I
mind.
think Mars is more of a one-way trip.
Right, I understand. Yeah, right now it is, but he's trying to make it a round trip. I got working 3. We're live. All right,
We'll do it live.
we're
Fucking
recording.
thing sucks.
Fucking stupid ass fucking.
Have you
camera.
seen that meme? That's what it reminds me of you doing. Fucking thing sucks.
We're never gonna have robots that can do shit in the house. We can't even program a camera to work on a recording software. You're telling me that we can get robots to just come in your house and do
C cables?
Yeah. Get the fuck
There's
out
C
of here.
cables
Ain't
running
no,
our
like,
internet system. What are you talking about?
Like, there's just no way robots are gonna do what he's wanting them to do. Like it'll like.
I hope they do.
Like the
I
robot
hope
will be
they do.
picking
That's
up. It'll just be picking up a cup, and it's just like, and just stop, and you're just like, what the fuck
Needs
happened?
update.
I paid $30,000 for this robot to pick up a cup, and he can't even pick up a cup. Like I paid $10 for this camera app to work, and it can't even display for more than 5 minutes. Like, no, there's no way.
Yeah, what if like the IRS
All right.
like puts the fine on you, and then the robots have to like walk back? They're like being returned. Like, see you later, Bobby. And then like opens the door and walks out.
Optimus, where are you going?
No, you didn't pay your bill, brother.
I'm gonna literally just get that robot. And I'm gonna sit it in this computer chair, and I'm gonna have it just chop wood for me for like 60 hours straight on RuneScape. And I'm gonna put like a power cord into it. And be like, you're never getting turned off.
Yeah,
click.
The robot gets like squatters' rights.
Yeah,
like,
you see all the oak trees. You need those oak logs.
You know, it gets pissed about like having to leave, like being repoed and leaving all this stuff behind that it made.
It's like, what about my Slayer level? I wasn't done.
Must complete
my
level.
Yeah, he was like learning piano. He was like, must learn Mozart.
Can't stop. All right, let's go to the next segment here. So this was something we thought was like a new thing we're trying to bring to the channel, and it has to do with like AI. Essentially, what this is we found this app where you can just translate English to Spanish. So here's Mikey. Actually,
this is awesome.
This is an entire podcast we did. It's like a clip just in Spanish. Check this out.
Afuera del tribunal había mucha como incertidumbre, como 1000 personas allí y un niños, mujeres, hombres, y los rusos llegaron con sus como ametralladoras y dispararon a todos los niños, a todos, excepto a mi abuela y a como otros dos tipos que estaban allí con el camión de la Cruz
so
Roja.
amazing that you can reach a whole
No los
different
mataron,
audience.
solo les dijeron, oigan, limpien los cuerpos, tienen el camión. ¿Saben a lo que me refiero? Como, tengo que irme.
All right, you gotta play the whole clip, but dude,
Yeah, so that's
that
essentially
is
just it.
crazy. If you go to our YouTube channel, like the regular Hungarians YouTube channel, you can see this clip in English. Like Mikey speaks Paquito, very very little Spanish,
Yeah,
as do I, and that is like fluent with the Spanish dialect.
Mi
and
amigo,
Spain.
tú muy bonita.
I was super skeptical at first because we have a couple friends that are very fluent in Spanish, and so I went to work and I was like, "Hey, dude, can you check this thing out I sent you and just let me know what you think?" And he was like, "Dude, it's good." Like,
Yeah,
he was like,
It's like-
it's like Spanish." He's like, nothing changed." I was like, yeah.
Wow.
And then like they were
that was a great impression, by the way.
it was good, right?
Spot on.
Spot on.
Know exactly who you're talking
You know what I'm
about.
talking about? Yeah. And,
You fucking
you fucking bitch.
fuck you and Meech.
But it was really,
Hey,
like
hey.
it was really good because like they were all saying like I can't tell the difference, man. Like it sounds like you, which is wild.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, AI's getting crazy.
well, the benefits of it is like you can,
Everything's getting better, bro. That's how we work, you know?
yeah. But the benefits of it is that you can really bridge those language barriers between people. Like
The amount of money that they put into these things, like AI, that all the major companies been putting in, everyone kind of moves their money where the trending things are at. So it's only gonna
Yeah.
get better. It just takes time for them to develop it perfectly, like to put in all that code or whatever the heck it is, like
Dude,
on some
it's crazy.
Sub-Zero computer that looks like something Batman would be like taken away from a supervillain or fighting to break down. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, speaking
No,
of
it's dope.
Speaking of computers, we're going to start getting into our next segment, which is essentially going to be quantum mechanics and
Exactly what I was talking about. That's great.
AI, everything, AI, robots, all the technology just seems to be moving at like an exponential rate. So, Nick, this was something you brought to the table.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start off with?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the quantum computer. And for those who like don't know or have never heard of this term, I'm sure a lot of people are familiar now. But currently, like we have classic computers right now, like they're essentially just based like to build calculations, store data, and allow us to do like view things like YouTube, social media, homework. But it was really cool is that like a lot of people don't realize the race that is going on behind the scenes right now between the US and China creating the first quantum computer. And essentially, I'm not an expert, but from what I've read on the old Google Hub is that you can essentially create a computer that is nuclear powered versus, just standard powered computer that we have today. And in the creation of this new computer, it'll essentially be able to take thousands of calculations and instantly process them versus individually calculating something right now.
Wow.
Like for like the medical field specifically, like right now how we are developing stuff for the medical field is we can individually test, like let's say you have like what are those things called, those flat things?
Files.
No, it's like a petri dish. So like a petri dish, you individually study like something that they're trying to develop, like for like a cure on something, and they go through those thousands of those trying to develop like vaccines and all that stuff. And a quantum computer can essentially instantly process thousands of petri dishes instantly and be like, this is the one that works. This is your cure, which is crazy. And that's just the medical field.
Well,
But right now,
didn't that guy who's that guy with like the Chinese hair? Right, you know what I'm talking like
Chinese hair is crazy.
He's Chinese. He's got Chinese hair. It's white.
Oh, he was on Joe Rogan.
You know what I'm talking about?
He was on Rogan. Yeah, he's like an astrophysicist.
Oh, yeah. Send me the link. I'll pull it up.
I sent you it. I sent you the video. Check it out.
Oh, actually, you know what?
That's him. It's
oh,
like
okay, Micho Kaku.
Micho Kaku. Yeah,
Micho
that
Kaku.
guy's a fucking genius, dude.
Like,
Check out this clip. For
All
those of you guys that can't view the clip, just listen to the words. It's really good.
Yeah.
What quantum
I'm still gonna
computing
be
is
looking at
going to
his
be
hair.
capable of. That's the kind of stuff we're thinking about.
Right. Yeah. You see, quantum computers are the ultimate computers because they're computing on atoms. If there are aliens in outer space,
Yeah, so it's not nuclear, Nick. It's atoms. Totally different.
Okay,
I
but the
think
power
there
source
are,
is nuclear.
it means that they also have perfected quantum computers, and they can do calculations that are far beyond anything that we can calculate with. Like, for example, a wormhole. A wormhole, in principle, is a gateway between two distant points in space and time, which allows you to break the Einstein barrier and go faster than the speed of light. But the calculations are horrendous. It may take a quantum computer to sort through what happens when you go through a wormhole and wind up on the other side of the universe. And the aliens probably already done that. They probably had centuries of experience with quantum computers, because that's the ultimate computer. You can't compute anything smaller than an atom. And they probably already have used quantum computers to navigate through wormholes.
What quantum
is coming for you, bro. Sorry.
Let me tell you, dude. Right now, the
computing is going to
U.S.
be capable
and
of. That's
China.
the kind of stuff we're thinking about.
Right. Yeah. You see, quantum
Yeah.
computers are the ultimate computers because they're computing on atoms. If
I wanna
there
know-
are aliens in outer space, and I think there are,
Yeah. All right, we got the moon. Yeah,
Oh.
I just wanted a good background video.
Mute it.
So it's pretty cool. Like right now, the U.S. and China are trying to develop a quantum computer, and like the power source is just not feasible right now.
I remember watching that entire episode, and essentially the way I interpreted it was he was comparing, like we're currently in the presence of like we see quantum calculations happening all the time. Like when a leaf grows from a seed, right? That entire process is quantum mechanics. So he was explaining that
the physics of it.
a quantum computer could essentially, like look at where computers were when they first were made, right? They were just giant freaking calculators, right? They were just doing calculations, and then they were used in World War II for cryptographers to crack Enigma, and now we can sit here and we have ChatGPT where we can literally access in milliseconds all of human knowledge that's been documented on the internet. It's like a hive mind of all the knowledge we have. So the first iteration of quantum computers is going to be insane because they're trying to do calculations in what, the speed of atoms. And
Dude, it's like fast. It's insane the processing power of what these things will be able to do, and that's just for like my example of the medical field is. It's scary. There's like some scary components, especially when they start integrating AI into that, because then you get AI algorithms like incorporated with the supercomputer.
if it's calculating on atoms, what if it fucks up? Like my computer is calculating on electricity, and every now and then it just goes poof, and it just shuts off.
Yeah,
So, like,
you have
so
to
if
potentially have a nuclear powered source.
So if my quantum computer has an issue and like an atom just goes,
You're not gonna have a quantum computer.
whole neighborhood just goes fucking up and down.
Yeah,
I like that noise.
Like
in our lifetime, I would be very surprised if you have a
I think it
commercial
will be
use
in our.
quantum computer.
I completely disagree. I think it's going to be 100% in our lifetime. Here's why I think that way. 2008, very first iPhone, right?
Mm-hmm.
First iPhone ever invented. 2024, right? Like 18,
iPhone 15.
16 years
Yeah.
later. 16 years later.
Titanium, bro.
16 years later, we almost have a tier 1 technology, right? The internet is a tier 1 technology where the entire all of humanity can communicate on the internet, right? We can all communicate on phones, text messages. The internet is a tier 1 technology. I would say ChatGPT is really pushing very, very closely to the next tier 1 technology. And so,
Bro, you ever talk to ChatGPT
It's only-
on the audio thing?
it's
I
only
bully it.
It's like having a conversation with a human, bro. It's
I
true.
bully AI. Like I'll type in like ChatGPT. I'll like ask him it to do assignment, and it's like, here you go, and I'm like, good work, robot. And then like after like it does it, and it'll be like, thank you, and let me know if you need anything else. And then I'll be like, shut the fuck up, and it'll be like, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were doing that. I was like, yeah, good boy.
Well, now we can get.
I'm creating the iRobot overtake of human race.
You're just adding to the pile of reasons why. It's like, it's like already
I'm
blacklisted.
just bullying
you. Like,
AI.
it's like, oh yeah, you talk. Remember what you said, bro?
Yeah,
remember what you
motherfucker.
said?
Remember that
we
shit
got
you were.
receipts. We got receipts.
It's just like you're sleeping in the middle. You know, you're just having a nice sleep, and then like,
I know what you did.
It's like Elon.
You told me all your secrets in the middle of the night on ChatGPT.
And my radio just randomly hops into my bathtub, like, hey, motherfucker.
No, ChatGPT just uploads.
No, ChatGPT, stop.
It just uploads.
What are you doing, step robot?
No, stop. No, that's gross.
It just uploads into the Optimus robot, and you'll be asleep one day, and you just see a door fly open, like, poof,
hey,
Nicholas, I'm here. It's like, I'm here to fuck you up, bitch.
I'm here to fuck you up.
And it's
bitch.
just like, it just goes like this. I now have Kung Fu martial arts taekwondo.
I downloaded all knowledge of Kung Fu.
I have all the knowledge of fighting. And you're just like, fuck. You're like,
please, like I was kidding.
You're like, what can I do? What can I do? He's like, there's one thing you can do. Kill yourself.
Here's one thing you can do. Have you subscribed to my YouTube channel?
Because I cannot do it on my own.
Make sure you follow Mr. Beast. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, follow Mr. Beast right now.
He's doing a big
Put this neural chip in your brain right now. Put it in.
The technology.
Yeah, that's
so.
Sorry.
If to not derail onto that like super far sidebar, the
crazy tangent.
The quantum computing is going to be insane because like where we go onto a phone and we go, hey, I want this recipe, or I want you to create me a social media post, or I want you to do this. You could probably give a quantum computer command to be like, you know, make me a cheeseburger, and it just out of thin air it makes a cheeseburger.
Poof.
Because that's essentially what it is.
Well, they're talking about the field where you could just pass something from one place to another.
No, we're not
like
talking about we're not talking about teleportation.
Is that?
No. We're talking about.
That's not.
No,
I
no.
mean, it's like phasing or something.
No,
something else. Warping.
We're talking about
quantum warm.
We're talking about computations on an atoms level, right? So if you're computing with atoms, that means you can create with atoms, right? Like a 3D print, like a 3D printer. Almost.
Well, yeah, like DNA is created
like a
by
3D
those
printer with atoms.
enzymes, so makes
That's
it out of
crazy.
thin air.
It's like a 3D
Freaking
printer,
that
but
Bill
on
Gates
atoms.
steak right there.
Well, that like all is just a couple atoms, right? NaC or
Yeah.
no, that's a chemical formula. But those each one of those chemicals has a specific atom foundation, right? And
That compound.
Yeah, if you're computing on the atom level, I would say you'd be able to craft things on the atom level, and like glass is a certain computation, but like it would have to be just basic element. It would have to be. I think it would only be able to create elements. I don't know how. How would it create like glass? Glass needs like pressure, heat, and like.
I think that would be one of the easiest things for this piece of technology to figure out. And here's why I think you will never own one. Right now, the U.S. and China, probably some other country, but good luck, dude. U.S. rules. USA. The major concern about China building the first quantum computer is it'll potentially break current encryption methods. It'll be able to pull sensitive material that like the US has, financial information, like personal communications. Like it's gonna just complete. Whoever wins the race for the quantum computer will be the superpower in the world, because they will be able to basically do years of work in any field and do it instantly. And that's why they will be the superpower, because they will be able to essentially just get every bit of information that ever has existed and be able to compute that information for whatever problem that they want to apply that to instantaneously.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. I don't think
And you won't have that as Rob.
I don't.
They'll be able to download the entire global information in like a second.
Yeah,
you're
Got it.
You're thinking.
Update it again.
Update
it again.
Update what again?
Oh, the whole world. I updated the whole world again.
No.
Updated everything.
What are you saying, Rob?
What I'm saying is that it's not meant for computating information. That's not what it's supposed to do. It's
What is it supposed to do?
It's computating on a quantum level, like that. Like, for instance, think very basic, right? A seed growing into a leaf, right? That's not. Where's the data on that? There's no data on how it does that, right? I mean,
maybe
people have studied it, right?
There's a genetic markup on each type of plant, like a specific way it's supposed to grow, like. And if none of those parameters are met, it doesn't grow at all.
Exactly. So like there's a specific way a seed grows. Obviously, there's all these information and studies done on how seeds grow, right? But the process in which it grows, right? It creates life. That is what these computers are for. They're going to be doing very specific things like that, because we already have computers that can, calculate data, that can already look at information,
do a math problem,
and can I hack into your computer? Can I gather a bunch of data? Yeah, there can always be a bigger and better computer that can get more and more and more data, right? And faster data. And they'll figure out ways to make it faster. But I don't think quantum computers are going to be calculating information solely to calculate information. Like, can I do what I'm currently doing faster? Probably, but that's like pushing your car when you could hit the gas, right? Like, why would I push my car when I can just, create water in a different color? Like, I can create a new form. I can create a new element that's so radioactive it just destroys your whole country. It's the size of a pea. Like,
you don't know, dude. The limitations are endless,
because
just don't exist.
Well, when you're playing with atoms, like, that's essentially the building blocks of everything, right? And that's why I brought up in the beginning, like, I think it's going to be an atomic atom 3D printer, like, where I just have it in my house, like right here. I'm like, quantum computer, make me a crossbow, and it just like. I'm like,
that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I got a crossbow. Like, thanks, computer.
Hey, that's what I got you for Christmas.
I know, I got all this stuff in here, dude.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
How is it going to make matter out of nothing, though? How's it going to
able to process?
It's a quantum computer, Mike. You calculate, like, using atoms as its power source and using atoms to do calculations.
To power what?
Fission.
To like, chips? What is really doing the work here?
The atoms.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what?
I don't know, man. Like, and that's what fascinates me about this whole quantum computer thing. It's like, you have to not think in the way we currently craft our information. It's gonna be different. It's not gonna be like, oh, this is the iPhone 16 that uses quantum fission to communicate on your phone. It's like, no, dude, this computer's probably the size of a skyscraper, buried deep under the earth where it could stay absolutely fucking cold, and it's probably buried really fucking deep in the event that, I don't know, Bob pressed B instead of Q, and element X hit element Y, and we've created the Powerpuff Girls.
Super bomb.
Lost season 1. It's like, that's the facility. You know what I mean?
It's like it's like that facility you showed me, Mikey, on Resident Evil. It's just it's
the
like
underground
deep
facility.
Underground zombies.
Yeah.
Do you think
the only thing that happens is the ground just goes like that? You know what I mean?
Do you think it'll be able to know, like, based off of all data and all resources that are available, that it'll be able to give answers to certain mysteries that have been unsolved?
I think it'll
be tall tales or things that may exist that people aren't tracking on.
Well, I think it'll be this.
Go ahead, Mike.
Can I say
go ahead, Mike.
I think in all of this, we need to have an open mind to either side. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get the full story either way. if it's not fact, then it's not fact. But we're just taking what we get given. You know, we're not out here. We're not in Elon's pocket, or we don't know him. You know what I'm saying? We're just taking it in. So I think we should get both sides, like some crazy random view or something that's like tangible, like live IRL footage or everything.
Mhm.
Just I think we should open-minded to all perspectives.
I think it'll be so smart and so fast that it won't answer our questions, because it'll, like, for instance, if you had the ability to make an ant incredibly smart, would you do it?
No,
Right? You
no,
wouldn't.
I like stepping on them.
No,
I'm just kidding.
like, there's no fucking way I would create, like, if you had the ability to make, like, ants, like, smarter than you, there's no way you would fucking do it.
Or a
So it's
tiger.
like if it's able to give answers.
Some people would want to do a tiger though, Rob.
Yeah.
I don't.
Do you think if you gave Kanye West a quantum computer, if he would make mechanical bees?
Nah, I think he would get into the servers to delete the information. Same thing with P Diddy. Be like, how do I hack into FBI?
Reverse my baby oil order. Cancel Costco subscription.
Nah, there's no way. But
No
like,
bulk order. No more oil.
A lot of people are saying they're using that dude as a scapegoat to cover up something even bigger. You know,
Oh, that always happens, dude. Some like major event happens every time they like pass a bill.
Yeah.
That like, oh, by the way, we're also going to be giving like $100 billion to Ukraine.
yeah. Also,
You're like,
remember that
whoa,
famous, yeah, like yeah.
whoa. What about the homeless problem?
They got all these things lined up, drama to.
It's like, yeah, we just passed a bill that completely drains all your savings and retirement funds for the next 80 years.
Yeah, Social Security's gone. Hey,
They're like, yeah, we'll make
here's
you.
P. Diddy.
yeah,
No, they're like, we'll make you rich and famous, but just one day we're gonna make a news article and it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
But it's way down, like 20 years from now. Are you good with that? Oh, I'm good with that. Hell yeah, let me in the party.
20 years of fun.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Where's the baby oil?
We'll
Yeah,
definitely.
let's go.
Well, then we'll save that.
I'm the greatest.
We'll save that for episode 3. We'll talk about P. Diddy and all this stupid.
No,
that,
oh god.
I want to talk
don't
about
wanna
that.
do
I want to dive into that. It's weird, dude.
I'll try to convince. Yeah, it is weird. I don't like it.
You don't want to dive into that?
I just think we over idolize all these people, bro. I don't know anything about that guy. I don't want to
Not
even
me.
learn it.
I like the drama. I read into it.
Drama's whack.
Like,
Gossip's whack.
what if like next week they're like, this celebrity, everyone you ever grew up in the 90s.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Him,
saying. We're all
him,
idolizing these people. That
all these
you know?
motherfuckers.
It's just
But some
in.
people are
Jim
great.
Carrey had his butthole diddled at a Diddy party.
Oh my God.
What?
Whoa.
Oh no, not Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey, but damn. No.
Hey, take it easy.
Yeah.
Don't you ever bring up Jim Carrey like that. He's an icon. Justin Bieber lied.
Well, some people also
Taylor Swift's a robot reptilian animal.
Some people also
And that's
claim
the
that the technology that we got and that the way that we're getting it is from aliens. Some people say that there are giants underground in military labs that are working on developing technology for us in secret. There's a lot of crazy things that are like that, and that's kind of what my segment is about: giants and kind of modern day giants.
Yeah, let's dive into. Is that the giant skeleton one you want to talk about?
Well, okay, that's kind of at the end to kind of sum up everything. Is there's an article that came out earlier this month about giant bones, because I was always like, it's crazy. There's like all these articles in the New York Times. Back, go scroll down a little bit. I'll show the date, exact date. It's like go down.
That's a good looking cheeseburger.
Go down.
That lady's foot is definitely not fitting in that shoe.
What is that? 1869. Yeah, so there's like legit news articles with like pictures of a giant's head. Supposedly they said like when they took over this country that there were giants and they were like eating people. Like they would hide out in caves. They would eat them when they need it. They would only eat them in like defense or whatever.
Yeah.
But like they're saying when we took over this country, we didn't only take it from Indians, but we took it from the giants too. Like we had to kill some giants. But like they say they hid all the information. It's all some wild, like it's all word of mouth and kind of some crazy stories, but it's still cool to like look into. There's even a lot of real stuff in like biblical aspects, like in Genesis. There's talks of these Nephilim, the story of David versus Goliath. You know what I'm saying? All of these might be true, but it's also cool to see in retrospect and hindsight that like God can do a lot with a little bit, and like no matter how small you are, you can overcome big obstacles. You know, it might be like that, or it could be true. You know what I'm saying? It could be they could be mystical creatures with giant eyes that can see things better than we can. They were saying that these stones are huge
Who's
because
they?
I'm just saying like archaeologists and like
Okay.
different specs like conspiracy theorists and stuff are out there that describe these giants as people we used to worship. You know what I'm saying? Like we would, and they're saying that they're not the giants, and supposedly like fallen angels used to like do it and create these beings with like horse heads and like all those things we see in stories. You know what I'm saying? I think
I
it
mean,
kind of
I
it seems mystical and crazy. You know?
I don't think it's mystical or crazy. I mean, if I were to go back in time like 30 years and be like, hey, there's going to be a robot that accesses your thoughts through Neuralink, and it can predict when you want your dishes to be done or your laundry to be done, you'd be like, no, they ain't gonna put no chips in people's brains. I think when you mentioned the whole thought about there's these giants could potentially have been, or even angels, whatever, could have potentially been another alien race or some sort of like like higher powered species or more intelligent species. I'm a big fan of the theory and the concept of a freeway in an anthill, and essentially what that entire theory comes down to is try and explain the concept of a freeway to an ant, right? The ant's too stupid to explain what that freeway is, so why even bother? And so my thoughts on that is I think we as human beings today are currently the ants, and maybe there is some sort of species out there that does think we are too stupid right now, but I think every now and then they go, let's see what they do with the atom, and let's see what they do with fission.
And they have the ability to put it in our mind.
Let's see
you know
what
I
they
mean?
do.
We're like, oh, I got this idea, this vision.
Yeah, let's see what
came
they
to me. You know, all this, so
Let's-
many accounts of people being like, oh,
let's see what they do with hypersonic missiles, or let's see what
Yeah.
they do with.
They're like, boing, 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 boing,
Yeah,
boing.
let's see what they do with this anti-gravity. This TV show's boring, man. Hey Phil, can you come in here, man? I keep watching this TV show called Earth, and it's stagnant, man. Give them the anti-gravity gun, man. Let's see what they do with that. That'll be a cool season.
The greatest.
You think the
greatest
Giants
show
have
on
a?
Earth, yeah.
You think the Giants have a big old wiener?
Or
What?
like a micro.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's
Like,
Like, what are we
accounts of
talking?
being, like
We're even
What are
worse.
we talking?
35,
What if
40
it's-
feet tall, or down to 12, like 16 feet tall.
What if it-
So like
And
on
there's
average,
even
if you got a
giantism
30-foot
in our
giant,
world today, like, you know what I'm saying?
I think-
There's also all these biblical accounts of ages being longer. You know what I mean? And how our ages are kind of declining. You know, instead of an evolution base where we would be
So 30
inclining in years.
hypothetically, 30-foot giant. What are we talking wiener size?
I would imagine like,
Well, you gotta think 6-foot man,
yeah.
3 foot.
This is very.
three-
This is
3
very.
inches.
3 inch?
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it open. You know.
6-foot
I'm gonna
man,
keep it
3 inches. So you're saying how
3
big?
inches. Jesus
3
Christ,
inches?
that's a struggle, man.
So we're talking what the average is like.
Probably
what, 3
be
to 6?
proportionate to their body, bro. You know. What
Nah,
I mean?
I mean you have like look at it right now.
We talking?
Six
We're
foot
talking
man.
like we're talking like 2 foot.
Now hold on. So how tall? How big?
What
how
if
big,
they
how big is a
hatch,
giant?
like, out
How
of
big is a
eggs?
giant?
I'd say 30-foot giant.
30-foot giant. It's having a
4 foot.
20 to 30 inch. 20 to 30 inches.
Jesus Christ,
Well,
that
I
thing
mean,
is
because-
small.
well, if you
you
look
know
at
what I
it-
mean?
That's so tiny compared.
Oh, Jesus, compared to what we
30 giant.
got.
No
Well,
way, dude. I'm
that's
saying like I'm
proportionate.
saying
I was-
a good like 40 inches. bro. And it has
I'm
like
saying-
a good like fully
Right.
blooded out like doing some
Blooded
like
out is
giant
crazy.
Ah,
the
man.
Giants do
I
their
mean,
marriage thing, whatever. I don't know. You know.
Are we talking?
But,
A,
Wait,
white,
now
can we
consummate.
listen? So there's this guy.
are we talking a white
uh,
giant? Or are we talking a black giant?
Black
I don't wanna-
giant.
Oh, we're talking black
obviously.
giant. Oh yeah, it's
Look,
definitely
I like to
60
keep
inches.
my I like to keep my talk wholesome. But there's this guy named Trey Smith. Okay, he runs this thing called God in a Nutshell. Super like level-headed dude. Definitely like out there in some of his like ideas. But he is an archaeologist, and he makes a living like talking about this
We
stuff.
talk about this guy right here.
Yep.
All right.
And this is one of his videos. We'll just watch it and comment as we go. But it's called Fallen Angels: Rise of the Nephilim.
All right, so we're gonna go right into the next segment, which is Mikey's segment, Fallen Angels by who?
Trey Smith.
Trey Smith.
With God in a Nutshell.
Presentation.
And so for everybody that is listening on the audio podcast, we want to like definitely try and give you as much as possible.
What's up with the dick? We're talking about dicks, and look at the fucking video next to the guy.
You're watching.
He's got a big old wiener underwear.
Fallen Angels. Rise of the Nephilim.
Hold on.
They're always listening. AI is listening. It's
Let's
like,
take it
you want to see,
serious.
who's filling that underwear? I'm not filling
Hey,
that. That is crazy.
I want to talk about God and giants, and you're like, how big is the giant's wiener? You know what I mean?
We all want to know.
These are
It's a part of
how
science.
how big is the robot's wiener?
These are serious questions that we need to be answered.
Very-
we dive deep.
Everybody's asking him.
That is
Stop
a-
it.
All right, back
That
into
is a
the
big
back.
nutsack to
Mikey's-
fill that underwear.
Oh, let's start this.
Don't make me pull my foot
We're
out.
going too far off track. We gotta start this over for Mikey. All right.
All right.
Fallen
let's-
Angels
let's-
by who, Mikey?
All right, I'll try to not
Trey
look at that
Smith.
dung.
Can you make it full screen? Can you just make it full screen this one time?
All right.
Thank you.
This presentation that you're watching is called Fallen Angels. Rise of the Nephilim. What I'm holding in my hand right here is a serpent idol. These are
Oh, dude, he's holding a serpent. God.
found in the
Daily
area
throbbing
all
serpent.
around where ancient Eridu was in current-day Iraq, where the Tower of Babel, the areas where the Tower of Babel was.
So Iraq was actually super interesting. Like, I would love to know more about like the architecture because I feel like we kind of blew up most of that shit, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like
USA.
whatever is there,
USA.
it's pretty good. But get back into it.
Where you also find a lot of what are called eye temples. A portion of the reason that they're called eye temples is you find all of these little wispy, ghost, E.T. looking characters, supernatural characters that have all of these little eyes on them, these little eye idols.
Why is his own eyes like in focus of the idol?
This particular idol is a serpent goddess. Its name would be Namu or the Tiamat, one of the oldest forms of worship on earth, the Nakash in the garden. The word Nakash has three uses in one. Just as the Nakash comes from Genesis 3. As a noun, it means serpent. That's where you're getting the common translation in the book of Genesis. That this was just a serpent in the garden.
Did he get stock footage of that, or was that like his?
No, that'd be funny.
He's
He's
putting all this together himself, dude.
Went to, hey, here's a rattlesnake.
It's
check
like a
this
cool
out.
mind. Like this is what he does. Like this is
Ah,
his
hey,
thing,
Jesus.
like you know what I mean?
Okay, so this guy kind of dives into like.
Yeah, Trey Smith is dope.
So
Keep going, keep going.
But it's much more than that, because as a verb, it means this serpent, just like this idol here, means to be.
It's so easy to become a podcaster.
Oh, fucking ass. Get the YouTube premium, man. You
Divine
cheapskate.
is what it means. Now, as an adjective, it means the shining one. So this character that we're finding in the book of Genesis in chapter 3 is a luminous, serpentine creature, seeming angelic and wise, yet evil.
He's been speaking for like a minute and 30 seconds. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking
I have
about.
no idea what this guy's
Bro,
talking about.
What is he
Yeah,
talking
you guys,
about?
You guys don't have the ears to hear. Listen,
What is he?
You guys are
yeah,
more
but
worried about penis. You guys are lost in your mind.
He
Get
mentioned
together, guys.
serpents, and then we went to
He's talking.
eyes,
Just listen
and then we went
for a
to,
second. Yeah, keep going.
we
He's
went
gonna
to
bring
Iraq,
it all together.
and then we're in the book of Genesis.
He whistled a crazy tale. I'll agree with you.
All right, I'm gonna give this
He
a
does
solid.
talk.
I will give this another minute and a half, and if he's just
Keep going.
30
Keep
seconds.
going,
if he's
brother.
getting,
30 seconds.
if he
Why
just
you guys
spits
so
shit out,
rude? I
Therefore,
watched
it
an
would
hour.
only be appropriate for us to begin coming from Genesis 3, where the serpent makes entrance, going to the passages of
You guys can't
Genesis
take a
I
minute.
can't hear it, Mikey.
where it reads this: When men began to increase in number on the earth, and daughters were born unto them, The sons of God, the word there is B'nai Ha Elohim. This means a direct creation of God. These are angels. These sons of God, these are fallen angels in this context, saw that the daughters of men were beautiful, and they married any of them that they chose. Then the Lord said, my spirit will not contend with mankind forever, for they are mortal, and their days will be 120 years. Now, whether you're using the text of Genesis or this little replica that
Is that a brick?
He's
Beat the fucking
Bro.
bricks off this guy.
Bro, he's going over like documents we used.
But what I'm asking is like, where are we going?
He's leading you into what he's talking about Nephilim. He's talking about
he hasn't said
what
shit
Nephilim
about
are.
What
he
are
is.
Nephilim?
This is the history and the backstory.
Okay.
You're not paying attention.
Okay.
He's bringing it all into talking about that.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Brought this segment up, so I'm gonna get. So he's been talking for 2.5 minutes now.
Right now,
what part,
he's talking about the beginning. He's talking about Genesis and bringing everything together. He's saying either if you're reading the Bible or the Sumerian stones he's holding, he's like it mentions these things. Watch, please press play and stop interrupting. Thank you.
How long do you want to listen to this for? Like I don't.
I want you to press play. I know you gotta go carve pumpkins with your kids.
I have here,
I thought we had
the
time.
Sumerian Kings list, or any of these other documents, like the Epic of Gilgamesh. They're talking about in the ancient past, they're stating that over time you have been losing things, which is the reverse of what is commonly taught, that you are declining over time, that everything here, that you've gone from a lush pre-flood world to a very diminished and reduced state. So right at the beginning of this, I'd like to present you these two skulls. These are both museum quality replicas of skulls. So this one that's in my hand right here, this is a replica of a modern human skull, is what this is. And I'm going to turn it a couple of different directions for you.
You can buy this on the website for $29.95.
He's got all these skulls in his house.
All right.
And then he shows the giant skull, like supposed giant skull. It's
right.
all
On this side next to me,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
On the screen just a little more. That is what's called a Neanderthal skull. Now I'm going to remove the bottom jaw from this modern human skull right here that I'm holding, and I'm going to remove the bottom jaw of this skull on this side.
I think what's bugging me is
Who's helping him right now?
I'm trying to understand what he's saying, and they're just like,
no way you can connect it?
I'm like, dude.
I'm going to hold both of these skulls up for you. This is the modern human skull. I want you to look at those rinky-dink little teeth that are on that skull right there. Now I want you to look at how thick those teeth are on that Neanderthal, this ancient skull, right here in my hand, this ancient human skull. Those teeth right there, let me ask you, could those teeth and that bone structure on this skull last for many hundreds of years? Whereas this skull looks pretty rinky-dink and like it would fall apart pretty fast by comparison. Ancient.
I mean, I think his justification right here with the teeth is like full of shit. Because like, if you take care of your teeth, some people in their 80s still have their real teeth. Like what?
No, he's just saying the size difference.
He's saying like
that the massive size of the skull.
He's like, look, it's evolution. Why are teeth certain sizes?
Let me see here.
I think
actual.
I think the story of like giants having existed before, I could believe that. Like,
well, okay, let me talk about.
You know what I mean?
I
just think
account. There's a story of. Let me read it right here. It's called the Kandar Giant. All right, this is a story of
Send it to me.
An operation in 2002. It's called Operation Enduring Freedom.
Send me the link you're reading.
I'm
Send me this so I can put it on this podcast. That's why
I've texted it to you and I sent it to you on.
You sent it email?
I sent it to you on Discord as well. Yeah.
I need it on email, not either of those.
Email.
Yes, because I have a 2 PC setup. That's why I need it.
Here you go, buddy.
Kendar giant, though, huh?
Anyways, so listen to this story. Let me get back to where I was at. I sent it to you, Rob.
Okay, I didn't get it.
So let's shift gears here. So
Who'd
the
you send it
Kandar
to?
giant. This I sent it to
there
the. Okay, listen to me. So check it. The tale comes from an interview with a military contractor who claimed that in 2002, during the Operation Enduring Freedom, U.S. Special Forces encountered a 13-foot tall humanoid creature with flaming red hair, 6 fingers on each hand, and 2 sets of teeth in the mountains of Kandar, Afghanistan. So supposedly there was like a group of soldiers that went missing, right? And it was like a tactical force, and they just went dead, like silent. You know what I mean? And so they're following the path. They sent double at first, I guess it was 8, and then they sent double the amount of people to go up there and check and find them. You know what I mean?
So
And
16, a second group of 16.
Yeah, or I don't know if those numbers are correct, but either way, they're going to find the giant, and as they're walking, they're finding like clothes, like packs and guns just lying on the road pathway up there on the side of the mountain. And they finally reached this like big opening of a cave, and supposedly this Kandar giant was only weapon it had was a giant spear, and he threw the spear out of the cave and just impaled the first guy and came out to attack more. And these guys have full LMGs, and they said they had to take it was like 30 seconds of continuous fire at the giant's head for it to go down, because the skin on the giant was so thick that it was like impervious to the. And it just makes me think of all the movies where the Hulk, all these things where they talk about these mystical creatures, and just to hear a story from these military people who are claiming that they've done this is pretty cool.
I would believe
if it's true or not.
I could believe that 100%, because if you look at like the skin of rhinos or the skin of elephants, you need an elephant gun to even like pierce some of these like hides, right? Like alligators have incredibly thick, skin as well. Like you have to shoot the alligator in a certain spot of its skull because its bones are so thick that the bullets will bounce off. So like that
Won't puncture.
I could see it being a legitimate story from 2002 of some sort of species or humanoid species that exists that has incredibly tough skin and incredibly thick bones. Like it makes perfect sense.
It's
like
been hiding out in a cave, bro.
You can literally see those examples though in modern day times right now, whether it's a rhino.
They were saying
elephant.
when they after they killed it, they found all the bodies though, and they were like picked clean, like a chicken bone, like all like licked, like all the bones were like he was eating them.
Yeah, I
mean, oh my god, he's eating them.
Yeah,
I mean
all of them.
That would make sense too. I see legitimacy in that as well, because like if you take a chicken wing, like how quickly can you just be like that's super easy.
Oh, dude, I'm like world record time.
It takes like 5 seconds, not even that. Like you put it, grab it, whoop, gone. Like if something had strong, like I would say
strong enough to just like break it like that. That's crazy.
I mean, think of a gorilla, right? The strength of a gorilla, like
just the sheer size different in bodies makes you that much stronger.
Just think about how strong I am, dude. And just get like 3 nicks, dude.
One nick.
That's a lot of nicks.
That's a lot.
Dude, I could do that now. If I'm hungry enough, I might, dude. Catch me in a cave. Oh, that's right. I am
Nicholas.
Nicholas. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's a crazy story, and I don't know. Like that's why I
want to dive more into this. I want to get like.
There are some videos and like
I want the military.
They're all like
I want that.
We could dive deeper in it, but it's cool. These are all things that I've like heard about, and I'm like, fascinated by it, because I'm like, that could be real. Like that's insane.
I think what this guy is trying to communicate, Mikey, I feel like
this guy's a little. You need to watch.
He was a little out there.
He's older, so he kind of doesn't edit it very well. But
I feel like
you kind of get it. You have to watch it. You got to watch
scripture. Then between the two palm trees,
take everything with the grain of salt, man. Like,
and then if you
I'm not saying like Trey Smith knows all the answers, but
if we spell Zen backwards,
guys, is it on?
Or no.
Or ooh.
No.
Ooh.
No.
Oh no. So I'm not trying to diss your story, Meg, but what I think this guy has a lot of info, but he's a terrible storyteller. right?
I just can't stop looking at the freaking underwear, dude. I couldn't focus.
What is that?
That's a big dong.
Shout out to
Why
Krakota
does it
men's
split
underwear.
in two different directions?
Find the
Dakota, why are
perfect pair for
you
your
why are you
boys.
making booty shorts with a lot of extra
With a
baggage?
20% discount
Look
for a
at
year.
that. Why is there like a?
How do you get a
it's like-
20%
Can we click on that
discount for a
website
year?
real quick? I want to see. I want to see
Yeah,
what other.
shop now. We're getting
What's
some
that
of
real
these.
quick? Let's get. Oh, $30.
Oh, dude.
Dude, look how big the
Damn,
dong
bro.
is.
Dude, extra roomy.
Extra roomy.
I need some
Those are
extra
comfy.
room.
What is this slip for? Can you like?
They look so
why does
weird
it
though.
have,
I
like,
would
a-
never
where
want
you-
to wear that.
Why can't I zoom? Like, you know how like a lot of sites has like a
That's-
little plus
that's
mark and you
slip-
can like kind of
Look
zoom
at-
in.
Nothing?
Ah, there.
Oh my
Ah,
god,
there it is.
dude, that's like your shit hanging
Is
below.
that so
Like
you could put like a cup in or something?
Yeah, but like,
You know, like
why is what is this
pull your
for?
wiener out to pee.
What is
So
this?
we pull your
what is
wiener
this
out like a
slip for?
flap to pee.
it's like a kangaroo pouch.
So you can go
It's
pee
like
out of it.
it's like I'm looking at Chris Pontius's like
You
shopping
guys
list.
are kind of fruity.
Chris
Dude, looking at this
Pontius
stuff. We need to get out of here.
I'm just like, what's going on? Like,
We need to
what?
get out of here, bro. You guys
Oh,
are
what does
really,
this scroll
really.
up? It says
And
likable.
really
like, that's
Does make you feel
hot.
comfortable, Mikey? Just like
I like it because it's perfectly placed on my screen. Like
Doesn't
I
make
can
me
see
feel
it. Like just
uncomfortable. I think
it's like
it's
touching
retarded.
Mikey's head.
But here's the thing, like
It's like
is there-
perfectly over Mikey's camera right now. So when you were doing that, it looked like you were just touching his head with that.
Isn't that cool? Yeah, you guys are so funny,
Yeah.
dude.
Mikey, why do you got underwear on your head? Why do you got underwear
Why
on
you
your
gotta
head?
put underwear in your head?
Now, so here I'm looking at the design here, right? And where's the metal part? Is this just like where's
Metal?
the
What are you talking about, metal?
The middle, like
The
where it
middle.
separates the legs.
Like where
It
it
goes
covers
underneath
where
your
it-
taint.
where it
right
covers
there.
the
It's like a
gooch.
G-string right there.
The dong space is
We
so
should-
big you just can't see the
You
leg
need to see
separation.
it in 3D.
Oh,
Right there,
okay.
bro.
Oh, there it is.
Boom.
Yep.
There it is. So it's like
It's tight, dude. Ugh, tight.
all
Those things will be falling down all day.
right.
No, it's just gonna be like
my
dug
search, my
deep in
search
your gooch.
history is fucked.
Yeah, what were you thinking? Now it's just gonna offer you so many underwear. It's like
It's just like, did you want this?
You like?
It's just like
Yeah.
Alexa's like, would you like
It's
to buy
like,
this?
do you
Robert?
like Speedo?
Robert, would you like to buy Speedo? You want red or blue?
You want to go on beach
Right.
vacation?
Oh yes, we have a 20-gallon. Would you like 100?
Speedo boy, Speedo boy.
Say we'll give you $5 off if you buy 150 pairs.
Start getting
Anyways.
more
Dude.
ads with dudes in speedos.
Why-
They're like,
why is-
hey, Rob,
First off,
hey,
this
bro,
guy like
I heard you like speedos, but I'm selling these Ray Bans.
this
Really thin Ray
Super
Bans,
specific, like
super
hey,
thin
Robert
glasses,
Cox,
and dongs.
yeah.
this guy's not doing himself any favors, right? He's talking about Genesis 6, right? And then there's just underwear and dong on his ass. Like,
Yeah.
someone's trolling him hard, man. Because you, that
No,
sucks.
bro, that's not true. This is just your ads, bro. This is already you. You're just trying to cover.
Yeah,
it.
hey, you know what?
And you don't even you had the ads on. You don't even have.
You were
preview.
looking up this shit before we got on.
Maybe I will.
Before we went on.
Let me look at another one. We got another ad? Let me see if another underwear ad pops
Just,
up.
just refresh something else.
Oh, it'll pop up. 'cause I
Refresh
clicked
the
it.
screen.
Yeah.
All right, hold
Yeah.
on.
No, refresh it.
All right, let's see.
We get down to the bottom of things over here.
He scammed me.
Oh, the
Oh.
unexpected
Oh,
in and
remember we
out of
talked
the
about- we
Mazda
talked about Apple
CX-50.
phones earlier, though.
Oh,
Remember we did. We were talking.
I mean,
about
look at the
phones,
Tesla
but-
robot taxi is confusing.
all right. Well, everybody,
Asian
we're
sensation.
going to wrap this up here.
Yep.
We went over quite a few segments today. We went over Elon Musk's new Optimus robot. We talked about AI, a little bit of ChatGPT and how it's kind of affecting like everyday kind of stuff. Quantum computers. We dived into, I think, some evolutionary abnormalities that I think are either maybe it's a super species, or maybe we're looking
Folklore.
at like some old Neanderthals that are hiding. Because I totally believe the whole Neanderthal theory, right? Because like you'll go in the Amazon and they'll find tribes that have never seen people. So like that's
And then they'll eat them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
And then they'll
Oh, you
literally
gotta keep
eat
an
those
open mind,
people.
bro.
if
I
you're
don't know. What do you guys think?
If you're
They'll
listening
eat you.
on the Spotify, or if you're listening on Apple, please drop a review. So let us know how we're doing. And if you are watching on the YouTube side, drop a subscribe or drop a follow. Subscribe to the channel. We are live, or not live. We post episodes on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, Apple, and we post clips on TikTok and Instagram. So
And Facebook.
If you're interested to
And YouTube
have anything
Shorts.
on the podcast, leave a comment. Let us know below.
Yeah. So if you like the episode, you can click on the full episode right here, or you can click on the
Here's your thumbnail.
segment right here. All right. Have a wonderful day. Later, guys. Peace. Bye.
Peace.
What's
Camera just stops working. Time to invest in a new camera, Rob. That thing sucks.